Hi there and welcome to the Minepreneurs blog. This week I'm talking about failing, particularly that it's okay to fail. For a lot of people they see failure as something that should be scared of, something that's the worst thing in the world, and it's really something that can be quite detrimental to a lot of people. It can put them off trying things, exploring, trying new ideas, getting creative and really testing things because they're scared of failing. So what I want to do this week is just try and alleviate some of those fears about failing, really. And I've just written the blog post, and it kind of made me really realise how important it is to try things, how it is okay to fail. I learned it was okay to fail. There was basically this 1 week where everything went wrong. I tried so many different things in terms of marketing ideas, calling people, but everything I did just seemed to just fail away. It was one of those weeks where it's like, it's not my week, it's not going to be one of those weeks where things go for me. But that's okay. It's something that I learned from. It wasn't exactly an enjoyable experience, but it was something when I started to realise that failing isn't the end of the world. It wasn't something that, up until that point, I very much thought that failing was a really bad thing, and you might be exactly the same, where you go through school and you just very much always taught that failing is bad. You've got to pass. You've got to work harder to pass, rather than focus on the journey, on the learning. You're very much being told to look at the end result and just being like, you've got to pass or fail. If you fail, it's really bad, and bad things are going to happen, and your life's going to go in a negative direction. If you pass, you're going to open up worlds of opportunity. And it's very much from that week when I say everything failed, I just realised that it was very much a case that I could take the experiences, and in that week I had 2 experiences which were exactly the same, where I would learn from the first one, then take the ideas and what I learned from that second one. Despite having failed and not got a job, I then learned and took it into the second one, and it helped me get even further on that job. Although I didn't get that job, the second job in the end, it did help me get further than I would have done otherwise. So if there was a 3rd, 4th, 5th job, which there were, and better things happened in the future, I could learn from them and basically take what I learned from those failures to help me more likely to succeed in the future. And that's when I started to realise that failing isn't the end of the world, and that's what I've got highlighted down here in my notes. Failing is not the end of the world, and the reason that it's not the end of the world is because from failure comes learning, development, progression, innovation, creativity, growth, perseverance, all these positive things that can come out of failing. And it's really something that I think a lot more people should. Obviously you don't want to fail, no one wants to fail, but it's going to happen. Things aren't always going to work out how you want. So if you can start to see failing as a more positive experience, okay, yeah, be disappointed in the moment, but look at the bigger picture, look at what's going to be coming because you've learned something from that experience. You don't have to go away and just kind of stay disappointed and let it affect you and let it affect other things. Take what you can from the experience and move on. I mean, a couple of examples I've got written down here, which are great examples of how failing can help you in the future, is 2 of them is proposals and landing pages. In my proposals, and in any proposal that you send, you're not going to win them all. It's just a fact. You're not going to win them all. And all you can then do is, on those ones that you don't win, and even those that you do win, look at how you can improve the ones in the future. So if you've got 10 proposals, you might lose and not win all 10. But as long as you learn from each one of those and make that 11th one that much better because of those 10 before that went before it, then you're going to be onto a winner. Because if you do that with the 11th, 12th, 13th, and every single proposal that you do, your proposals are going to get better and better and better. And what you'll find is that you'll then start to win more and more jobs and just really look to improve that conversion rate on those proposals. Similar with landing pages. Landing pages are just single-page websites which have generally a specific focus, usually to get someone to fill out a form or phone a phone number. And on a lot of landing pages, they'll have what are called split testing, where you have 3, 4, 5 different versions of the same page, but with very small, minute changes. And all you're looking to do is find out what works and what doesn't. 4 of those pages might have red text and one of them has green text. If the red text doesn't work, you go with the green text. Then you say, okay, what else can we change? We'll try changing a load of other things. What doesn't work, we'll learn from it and make the next one better. And all you're looking to do is improve and build on those failings. But again, although they're failings, they might actually help you succeed in the future. And I guess that's why, again, final thing I've got written down here, there is no success or failure, only learning. And if you can adopt that sort of mindset, you're going to dramatically improve, one, how much the ups and downs in terms of your emotional roller coaster. When you succeed, yes, it's great. When you fail, oh, you're down in the dumps and the world's going to end. Rather than having that up and down, you'll just kind of be going along in the middle. Yeah, when good things happen, that's great. When bad things, okay, you're a bit disappointed, but you get over them and you take the positives from it because you see it as a learning exercise. So whether you see success or failure as a good or bad thing at the moment, really try to see the positives and just take the positives from it and learn from it and use that to help improve your chances in the future. So I hope from today onwards you'll start to see failure in a slightly different light. Sure, don't be wanting it or kind of trying to kind of embrace it, but when it does happen, be disappointed, but don't be too disappointed. See it as a learning exercise, learn from it, and then help that improve your future. Hope you've enjoyed this weekly blog post from Minerpreneurs.com. My name is Paul Bassey and I look forward to seeing you next week.